Live and alert on the north side of the dirt. It is your man D Real coming at you with another Be Real with D Real, where edutainment is what I do. Social issue time, y'all. Social issue time in a major way. Now, before I get off into this social issue, I want y'all to get off into what y'all always get off into for me. Comment, like, subscribe, and share the Be Real with D Real page so that when new material comes out, you get alerts. All righty. Racist issues often rear their heads in this country. I think we've had something like over 170 mass shootings in this country in 2022. And it's only June, y'all. I mean, well, June's almost here. It's May right now. 178 mass shootings already. Why? Why? We're going to get to that one too. But check this one out. Buffalo shooter targeted Black neighborhood. Associated Press, 52 minutes ago. Carolyn Thompson and Michael Balsamo. Here's where we're at. Check out the blue. Check out the blue. The 18-year-old who fatally shot 10 people at a Buffalo supermarket researched the local demographics and arrived a day in advance to conduct reconnaissance with the intent of killing as many Black people as possible, officials said Sunday. The racially motivated attack came a year after the gunman was taken to a hospital by state police after making threats involving his high school, according to authorities. He wasn't charged with a crime and was out of the hospital within a day and a half, police said, but the revelation raised questions about his access to weapons and whether he could have been under closer supervision by law enforcement. The Buffalo attack prompted grief and anger in the predominantly Black neighborhood around Tops Friendly Market. A group of people gathered there Sunday afternoon to lead chants of Black Lives Matter and mourn victims that included an 86-year-old woman who had just visited her husband in a nursing home and a supermarket security guard, both of whom were Black. Okay. Let's talk about the fact that my man targeted a Black neighborhood, that my man had a racial epithet on his gun, that my man killed an 86-year-old woman, and that my man traveled 200 miles to go kill some Black people. I ain't gave him a comment yet. I'm going to give you one more story. Lyft driver kicks a woman out of his car after she asks him if he's a normal guy who speaks English. What the fuck? Viral video shows a Lyft driver kicking a woman out of his car for making racist remarks. The woman entered his car and asked him if he's a normal guy, a white guy who speaks English. He told her, nah, you can get out of the car. And then her boyfriend, who was getting in, basically made threats. You're like a white guy, she says. What's that? He asks her. You're like a white guy, right? A normal guy. You speak English? Bo can be seen turning around to face her and said, nah, you can get out of the car. And she's like, what? That's inappropriate, he says. That's completely inappropriate. If somebody was not white sitting in this seat, would that be the difference? Are you serious, says the woman, whom Bo identified on Facebook as Jackie. Bo then appears to recount the exchange to the man entering the car, repeating again that he's not going to take a ride. The man calls him a fucking asshole and threatens him, saying, I shall punch you in the fucking face. As the woman exits the car, the man can be heard using a racial slur and telling him to get the fuck out of here. The racial slur he used, by the way, was nigger lover. Okay. White-bodied people. When are you going to learn that it's not okay to be comfortable being racist? That woman, as well as that man, automatically assumed, because they climbed into the car and saw a white man, that white man had the same kind of thoughts, the same kind of ideas, the same kind of beliefs in his mind as they racist asses did. Okay. He did not. And he showed them that he did not share their same racist thoughts. We live in a country where we have to be mindful that racism is predominant, or not predominant, but present. We have to be aware that we live in a country that you can get killed for being Black and going to the supermarket. Now, I read somewhere that many white-bodied people prescribe to the belief that their numbers are dwindling. Okay, here's the thing, white people. You didn't just become the minority. You've always been the minority. You just didn't want to accept it. There are more other people on this planet than there are white people. Because white people were in power, because white people were running shit, they figured, oh, it was enough of them to do whatever they needed to do. No. And that's something that you guys need to wrap your brains around. Stop being mean and hateful. I don't, and you're not going to stop because I'm saying it, but it doesn't stop me from saying it. I just want you guys to know that we know how you're operating. So now you're trying to kill Black people to dwindle Black people's numbers down. Is that what the anti-Semite white supremacist Aryan agenda is? Okay, well, understand that you're not solving the problem that way. Okay. At the risk of sounding petty, if you want us to leave this country, finance my departure. Because contrary to popular belief, white supremacist people, you are not the indigenous people on this continent. Okay, so and I guess in white people's mind is whoever has more firepower and whoever is the most savage has the right to whatever. And it's always been that way. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta learn to be humane. Why can't you learn to be humane? Why can't you learn to not hate? Why does hate have to be an option? You know why? You know why hate is always an option for white people? Because hate is spawned from two sources. Hate is spawned from anger. Hate is spawned from fear. Black people certainly aren't doing anything to make people angry in this country. But you do have a lot to be afraid of from Black people in this country. By and large, Black people are physically superior to white people. Why are we in every sport excelling? Maybe it's just those Black people. Let's go with that. Why does everybody have a problem when they see interracial couples? Because that means the possibility of that interracial couple reproducing and spawning something that isn't quite Black and isn't quite white bothers white people. I don't know. But I know one thing. Y'all gonna have to stop showing up with AR-15s shooting at folks, because you're not gonna like the response you get one day. You're really not. And I know y'all are gonna cry bloody freaking murder when one of y'all show up in the wrong neighborhood and some Crips or some Bloods or some MS-13 or somebody like that who got just as much firepower, if not more, show up and put something hot in your ass because you keep shooting people in Black neighborhoods or minorities because you're afraid of your continued existence. I'd like to offer white people some advice that they have frequently offered us in the past. If you are bothered by Black people in this country, I ain't gonna say that. Two wrongs don't make it right. I ain't gonna say that. But you know what I was thinking. You know, it's something that starts with go and ends with country. Okay. And how come we only call people who aren't white, why do we always give them that suffix of American, African American, Indigenous American, Indian American, Asian American, Latino American? What are y'all? European Americans? Because you sure don't come from America originally. We can't date you back 400 years as being here. I don't want to be evil. I don't want to be mean. I probably, in a lot of people's minds, I probably said some mean, evil things. But guess what? Guess what? They came to be no more mean or evil than going randomly into a supermarket 200 miles away from where you live and shooting and killing 10 people and injuring 3 others. Let's think about that while you thinking about how harsh my words are. Got something to say? Drop it in the comments. And as always, I will be coming at you with another one of them other ones. And until I do, y'all be good and be good to each other. Please be good and be good to each other. I say that for a reason.